Hello, my name is Darkmoon Doll, and on Tuesdays I do this show called Art Talk. Art Talk is a show where I encourage you to express yourself through art. Art can be therapy if you're having a stressed out day. Do something creative. So this is part 2 of how to make a glass bottle doll. It's a simple one. I can do other tutorials on something a little bit more advanced, like with arms and legs, but I just figured I'd start it off simple. So if you haven't seen part 1, please do go back and check out part 1. Part 2 is going to be just painting the doll. What you're going to need is acrylic paints. I'm choosing to use in the themes black and white. So I got a big gallon of black acrylic paint and some white paint that I have in this container here. I like to buy in bulk. So this is what the doll looked like last week if you've paper mache'd it completely. Back and front, top. I haven't done the bottom yet. I usually do the bottom at the last, once the doll is completed, because then I sign my name at the bottom. So what you want to do is just have something that you can paint with. I'm using sticks. You can use a paintbrush. I'm using a stick. And you might want to have something like a bucket of water or something to wash your hands off if they get dirty, because it gets messy. So, hope you guys are having a great day so far. So yeah, this is what it looks like. I hope it's not too bright on the, because I had a hard time getting a spot here where it's not too bright outside, but that's what it looks so far. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the head of the doll. I'm going to paint it black. And you can choose any kind of color schemes you want for your doll. This is just an example of what you can do. So yeah, it's pretty easy. You just paint the doll, the head, and then what I'm going to do after I paint the head is I'm going to paint the outfit that this doll is going to wear. And all of this art comes about just naturally. Just being creative, being in that creative flow, relaxing, and concentrating on creative process. So I got that painted. So what I'm going to do is take the other side of the stick and use some white paint so I can paint the rest of the body. So here we go. I find painting to be very relaxing, sometimes more so than any of the other forms of art that I create. So see how it's coming along so far, this side. I'm not sure which side's going to be the back or the front. That's what's fun with being creative. You never know what's going to happen. You just go with wherever your imagination takes you. So I'm probably not going to paint all the way down to the bottom because my hands are going to get filled with paint. So I'll just paint it to almost the bottom so you get the idea of what I'm talking about. So check it out like this. This is what it looks like. Get it closer to the camera if I can. Back it up a little bit. So you want to let this paint dry. Of course, paint it all the way to the bottom. Maybe paint it almost to the bottom, let it dry, and then paint the rest and let it dry. After you let it dry, you're going to put Mod Podge on it to seal it, and then we'll add the features on. So what I'm going to do for next week is put Mod Podge on it, and then I'll show you how to add the features, like facial features, and fill in the adornments for the clothing. That'll come up next week. So thank you for joining me today for today's art talk. This art doll tutorial, bottle doll. It's a glass bottle. And if you guys have any suggestions for